Hello again, this is Patrick Tierney, Solutions Consultant here on the WorkSub side. We're going to do another walkthrough video here of what it looks like once we've made work requests, what this looks like as far as organizing those work orders, dispatching those out, and then a little bit on the mobile side of the house of what you can do with the WorkSub to close tickets on the fly. So the view that we're looking at here is more of a administrator view, someone that you've set up that you want to have permissions to see all new requests that have come in from staff. In an earlier video, we looked at how those requests are made, and depending on which department they're made for, will determine which heading they go to into which queue those requests are. So if we made a housekeeping request, that could be separated out so the appropriate department receives that ticket. But for today, we're looking at a maintenance request once submitted. We can see where it came in from, who submitted it, the times, the dates. So based on that, we can then determine which are the most important ones and assign those appropriately to the right staff. So in this submission here, once we hit accept, then we can assign additional information from it as far as how quickly we want to attack this job as far as the priority setting. We can make sure that it falls into the proper categories and subcategories. A lot of our sites like to look at how much plumbing work they've done versus electrical versus other types of work that you can see here. So once we have the essential information here, then we can essentially route this job out to the appropriate staff. This would be a list of all the technicians I had at my site, and I can simply give them a checkbox and say, that's the person I'd like to take this job, and then we can add them to the ticket. So pretty simple dispatching as far as the work orders once they're allotted for and who they're going to go to. And then if I'm an admin user managing all the work tickets that are coming in, I can see new tickets that need to be assigned. I can see all the open ones that we still might need to get to. We can see all the ones that maybe are past due that we really need to move up to the front of the line. So there's a few different ways that we can organize work tickets based on type of priority that we've set to them. Now, the second phase of this is where we're going to drive our clients to, essentially use this on mobile devices. So once we've assigned it, we can have users out and about on the campus or anywhere on the facilities to pull this up from a mobile device. Anything that's really a smart device in terms of iPhones, Android devices, tablets, pretty compatible with most of those offerings there. So now as a mobile user, I can see the list of jobs I've been assigned to. We can create some different views here, allow them some different action items that they can take while they're out and about throughout their day. So if we tap on just my work, this would be a running list of jobs that I'm assigned to. Typically the ones at the top are the ones we have assigned them as far as on-demand work orders or ad hoc requests. And then following that would be planned maintenance and scheduled maintenance, which we'll talk about in a further video. But for this, if I tap into this job, we can receive more information on, again, where's the job, what priority is it, who's the staff member that submitted it, things like that. But in a typical basis, what we would look at is we receive the job, we can access more information, but once we go to start the job, there's a little menu that the user can select to run timers against this. Many sites are interested in knowing how much time is being dedicated to complete certain jobs, what the response times are, some different metrics from that perspective. So they can do some time tracking to kind of get some of that information rolling up on a regular basis. And then once they've gone through, maybe they started the job and then ran it for a series of minutes, and then they're now completed with the job, they can tap on that same menu again, complete the work order, and be able to have that time set against it, type in any notes that might be relevant upon the completion of that job. There will be a date and time stamp that's collected here. And then once we hit done, it will close this job off, remove it from our to-do list. So it no longer shows up in our queue. And then what we'll be able to do from there is essentially be on to the next job. So a lot of the paperwork goes away that they're used to doing or having to sit down at a desktop to close all these out at the end of the day. This all happens more so in real time. So we looked at the work orders of how they come in, how they're distributed, and how they can be completed. Hopefully this is helpful.